All right, viewers, pick a card. Reading number 1 is up. So you can pick 1 or 2, but this is all about how you can take the lead in your life and romantic life, okay? So let's get started. If you pick number 1, you got all tied up. And nothing kinky about that, being in a mental prison. Envy and Panasa, and 6 chakra archangel Metatron. So when it comes down to how you can take the lead in your life, pick number 1. This is for people who are taking the lead in breaking relationship patterns, okay? So heads up with that, pick number 1. So these are the things that need to change, okay, in order for you to break that relationship patterns and take the lead, okay? You need to grow through envy, jealousy, and being in a mental prison about it, okay? It's as simple as that. What makes it complex? Well, you investing in these 2 things instead of investing in your self-care regimen. If you don't know what that is, it's time out for you before you do anything to come up with a self-care regimen so you can grow through being stuck in a mental prison about envy, jealousy, and lack. Okay, it doesn't make you above or below anybody. It's just your turn to grow through it, okay? It's as simple as that, all right? So you can use different self-care protocols like rest and rejuvenation, meditation, really giving yourself a break and being like all hard on yourself about this, okay? Because no one can ever be perfect in this world, okay? Pick number 1. You're just breaking these patterns so that way it doesn't keep on going on in, your relationship, okay? In your romantic life. All right? There's a solution for every problem, okay? So I'm going to elaborate what that is. So that way, you're not in Stucksville no more in your romantic life. Yay! 23. When a situation, person, and things appears to tie you down, pick number 1, and hold you back, at the same time, there is a blessing of opportunity for a solution, a rebirth of the situation. Now, the maiden in this card is floating along, her feet not even touching the ground. The image conveys that day-to-day events in the grand scheme of her life are not holding her down or back. The rope and the rock on 1 foot might slow her down, but the snake and ancient wisdom of the goddess on the other is simultaneously rebirthing her. So when this card appears, pick number 1, allow a situation to transform and rebirth. In fact, expect it to, okay? Why don't you just reach down, pick number 1, and untie that knot, okay? Yourself, is it loose? Why are you slow to relinquish this sense of being weighed down, pick number 1? Why are you holding back your magnificence? When we feel circumstances are limiting us, pick number 1, we should consider that maybe we are fearful of change, of being all that we could be. So this card also represents, pick number 1, the proven limitations of the patriarchal system and mindset, and how the goddess is surely rising as the snake-clad foot floats higher. So rise above petty squabbles, pick number 1, and situations that could see the divine feminine suppressed. Honor the divine feminine in your life, pick number 1. Now the indigo blue flowers speak of eternal wisdom in this card. The wisdom a child is born with and then forgets. Simplify things, pick number 1. Remember, you were born knowing, so let your life grow. It is time to let go of your fears, pick number 1, and explore the next adventure. That's your advice. It looks great because here's your outcome. You seeing clearly again of what you want here in your love life without all those blockages. That's not a bad outcome. And then you going forward with confidence, a clear mind, and you taking the lead again. Okay? There's your reading, pick number 1. I really hope it helps. Now, if you pick number 2, you got happy family. You got goddess of the moon. You got perfect acceptance and appreciation. All right, pick number 2. This is for people who are learning and teaching themselves how to be a leader in their own life. So these are the 2 things that need to be learned, okay? 1, you being inclusive, okay? Your emotional stability, okay? By using your self-care regiment, by going within. What is going within? Meditation, giving yourself that time and space, 15 to 20 minutes a day, giving you that time to go within. It will clear your mind and you'll be ready to lead in balance, because you make the best decisions when you're balanced and joyful, because that's what being balanced is. You're happy about life again. You know where you're going to go without any hesitation or fears, okay? So that's what you need to learn. Meditation, and in order to be inclusive, okay? This will help you to have fun in life and go on any adventure with confidence, okay? It will also grow you through perfectionism as well. You got the card of perfect acceptance. So I'm going to elaborate what your advice is, so that way it's a lot easier for you to move forward as a leader. From one leader to another, it's something I had to learn. To get through or grow through perfectionism, it's very highly conditioned in our communities, and it was very strong start when it was the coalition time. If you look back in history, because a lot of women were getting tired of guys and even some gals of coming home drunk. I mean, alcohol was like nothing than what it was. I mean, today is nothing what it's compared to what it was. Alcohol was really strong before they started regulating it around coalition time. 29. All right, so here's your advice, pick number 2. The girl in this card is not distracted by sharp thorns, nor by the beauty of flowers or pearls of life. As they cluster around her, pick number 2, she is tranquil and deeply immersed with the essence of oneness and acceptance. So this card teaches that when you give up being a perfectionist, pick number 2, then life is suddenly perfect. Consider that your life in this moment is perfectly a reflection of your consciousness, pick number 2. Everything is exactly the same as it was yesterday, pick number 2. It is your attitude that has to shift, and this is for better or for worse. For what you resist tends to persist, pick number 2. However, with this card, there is no better or no worse. Everything just is. It is a beautiful place to be, pick number 2. Allow yourself this kindness in this moment and embrace everything, okay? Everything will find its place around you in the inevitable present moment. Accept everyone and everything in every situation as being exactly as it's meant to be now, okay? That was your advice. Your outcome is great because here in the end, you show gratitude. And in return, you're going to get a lot of appreciation of people around you because you're literally accepting them as they are, perfectly and perfect as they are. Okay? Not a bad outcome, pick number 2. So heads up with that. Really hope it helps. And everyone, that is the conclusion of Pick a Card reading number 1. Really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.